Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to talk about atomic arch attack that has infected many AUR packages up until now, around 2000 packages. This one is discovered by Sonatype on 11th of June 2026. Right now, I want to clarify something. There are a lot of misinformation circulating on the internet claiming that the Arch Linux as a whole is compromised. That is simply not true. If you have installed Arch Linux, the base Arch Linux, and you never used AUR packages, you are 100% safe. Your computer is not compromised. You can try even to run multiple scripts to ensure whether it's compromised or no. But this is a misconception that the Arch Linux as a whole is compromised. Maybe it's coming from the other competition, other distro Linux and so on. For example, from Debian guys, just an address to one of the videos I created, and a lot of Debian guys got upset about it. Maybe it's coming from them, who knows. So the first thing is that I'm going to discuss about the attack itself. Second part, I'm going to talk about how to discover whether your computer is compromised or not. And then if it's compromised, how to mitigate the issue. If it's not, what are the best practices and what you should do. So let's talk about the attack itself. This is the easiest way to describe it. Let's say there are a bunch of the unmaintained package on the AUR. One of them, for example, is cheese. And me as an attacker, I come and say, hey, I'm interested to maintain in this package. This is a community driven package repository. I am interested to have this one maintained and do some good for the community. And then I take over the maintenance of this package to ensure that this injecting malicious stuff, it goes under the radar. I'm going to impersonate some reputable or senior maintainers, that people, they trust their work, meaning that no one would double check what they do. So one of the way is to override the git metadata. I can just simply use a reputable maintainer's handle, and then from outside, of course, looks unverified, but from outside it looks like that, hey, this commit is done by one of the reputable maintainers. And then also I can craft my commits in such a way that what I'm doing is completely legitimate, right? For example, I say, okay, this commit is from Linus Torvalds. Here, for example, assuming Linus Torvalds is a maintainer of many AUR packages, is coming from Linus Torvalds. He's very reputable in the AUR community. And he said, adding a missing dependency to the cheese package, right? So, and what is the missing dependency? The missing dependency is an npm package called atomic log file. Well, this is the npm now, Node, JavaScript, npm now all over the places, so that's fine. Also atomic log file, so it's a log file, locking the file in an atomic way, so atomic operation. And inside it has a 3 megabytes Rust binary that does the credential harvesting. So if you look at it, it's not really that complicated, right? It's just like abusing the trust in the community, impersonating, and just crafting things and concealing stuff in such a way that looks completely innocent. Then going to add this one to the, let's say, 2000 packages. Best candidates are unmaintained packages. So it looks fantastic. Then me as a poor user, I'm going to download this package. Hey, I want to have cheese program in my computer. Yay, download the cheese. And then after that, everything kaboom. My device is compromised. So the main part, or let's say the interesting part about this attack is that it uses a lot of psychology behind it. But technically, it's really rudimentary and there's nothing complicated in it. Now that you understood how this attack is carried on, let's talk about how to figure out whether your computer is compromised or not. This is a very good repository. I make sure to link it in the video description. AUR malware check. You can clone it. It has a lot of stuff in it. One of its feature is the AUR check. So it checks whether your computer is compromised or no. This one is a bit dated. They have the version 2 now. So what you can do, you can just run it in the terminal. For example, AUR check v2sh full. And then it checks the machine to see whether any of the AUR packages that you have installed is infected or no. So here you can see it checked 1619 packages and none of them is infected. I highly recommend you to do a AUR check, even if you don't remember whether you installed AUR packages, or even if you think that you never done it. Most probably at some point you have done, so it's good to actually do it, because what is unknown about this situation is that nobody knows from when this started. It discovered on 11th of June, but when it started, we don't know. Initially, they said it was 4,000 packages. Now it's reached to 400 packages. Now it's reached to 2,000 packages. So things might unfold. That's why from my side, being completely paranoid, I took all my Arch machine out of productions, even though that none of them are actually infected. And if you see here, this is not, I'm not running Arch now. I'm just SSHing over it. So if you want to, if let's say your machine is compromised, what you have to do? There are arguments that depends whether you ran the yay or AUR installation command as a root user or no. If it's not as root, then there are some mitigations that you can do. But if it is, you have to reinstall it. My recommendation is much simpler. If your machine is compromised, don't try to reverse a couple of packages or find the malware, because the range of the attack entirely is not known yet, even though that we have a lot of data points on it. My recommendation is just reinstall Arch again. This is the first thing that you are going to do. The second thing that you have to do is reset all your credentials. Use a good password manager. Generate new passwords for all your credentials, and make sure that the passwords are complicated and sophisticated enough, and store them. Don't generate the same password, unique password for each website, for each account that you have, and stick with the best practices. If your computer is not compromised, you can use it as usual, but do not go and update any AUR packages now until we get the green signal from the AUR community that everything is handled and mitigated. Then you can update your AUR packages. If you are running very critical infrastructure that you cannot risk anything, assuming that you have something absolutely crazy, it's up to you how you interpret it. In that case, if you have a secondary machines or if you have a backup infrastructure, you can simply put the Arch installations out of operation for now until this situation completely resolves. Again, it's affected AUR only. It should not affect the base installation. If you see that people claiming the base installation is compromised, is a completely misconception. But most probably throughout the life cycle of your Arch installation, at some point you installed an AUR package or two. So if you want to be completely paranoid approach, put your Arch Linux machine out of operation for now until the entire situation is handled. Again, this is a very extreme approach that I said. In I would say in 99.99% of time you should not do that if your computer is completely safe and it's not compromised. It comes to the personal preference on how much risk you want to take. I don't want to take any risk, even though that I do not have any security or critical stuff going on. I just don't want headache. So I decided that, hey, I have multiple machines. For now, I'm gonna put the Arch machines out of operation. That's it. For me, it's very simple. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Have a great time. Cheers.